Alright guys, alright guys, welcome back to our channel Pandit Zilla, and thank you guys for supporting me. Now at least we have 10 subscribers. Guys, let us push this thing. Let us reach even 100 subscribers before the end of this month. Please guys, support me, view my channel, like and subscribe. Now today we are gonna talk a lot. First, there are things we need to talk about in Arsenal, and it's really, there are things that we need to talk about. Seriously, we need to talk about a lot of things in Arsenal. Now, the first thing we need to talk about is a transfer. We performed dismally in our transfer, January transfer window. We really performed dismally. Yet we needed players, but we never got even a single one. Something like a defender from a team that our owner owns in the other country. That is not a transfer. That is like you have been given. You lack players now. Take this one and go and use him. So I was not happy. Personally, as an Arsenal fan, I wasn't happy at all. Now the question we should ask ourselves: what next? There are conditions that must happen right now. We must finish the league in a top 4 position. That is something that is a must. It's really costing us. You saw many players never wanted to come to Arsenal just because we are a mid-table team. Dembele refused. Villanovic refused. Who else refused? Who else? I think Atamelo also refused just because of the same thing. Most of the players, they were seeing our team as not ambitious. We are going nowhere. We are not giving ourselves a direction. We are not showing people where are we going. Where should we be? Are we yearning for titles? Eh? Are we yearning for titles, or we are just playing for the sake? We just want to make money. That is what many players want to know. What level ambition do you have? But right now, Arsenal, I don't know what's wrong, but the kind of ambitions we have is wanting. We need to up our game. That's why we lost many players. Once a player has become popular and has become world class, we have a very hard time. We have a slim chance of signing that player. Now, what do we do? We lack strikers. And I was suggesting in the last video that if Saka was forgiven and brought back to the team and performed, and not even performed, and still costing the team, why could Arteta also forgive Oba and bring him back to the team? Even if he is being stripped up his captaincy, but let him be brought back to the team. He was so bitter, he had to slash his salary, and he had also to there are a lot of things he did just to go to Barcelona in order to just get a playing time. That's what he needed. He wanted to play, he wanted to enjoy, but we never gave him. We sidelined him for like around 2 months, which was not good. Even if you are punishing somebody, just do something considerable, right? Because I think that the punishment we are offering, we gave Aubameyang was a bit too harsh. It was not worth what he did. It was not worth at all. Now, right now we have Lacazette, who is full of baby shots in the team, who is full of lack of accuracy in the team, who cannot communicate, who cannot harass, who is lazy. We have Nketiah, who lacks experience. When we will be playing with big teams, they'll have easy time to defeat us. Their defenders they'll be relaxed. They'll know, no, these guys can't. And this also will give Saka, our wingers, and Martinelli very hard time, because sometimes if you can't score, you have to give you somebody. Whenever they'll be delivering assist, nobody will convert them. Yeah? The chances at which we will be converting our chances will be very, very low. Very low. We could have just brought, I know Aubameyang had, he was not good at all. His performance had reduced. But once we could have encouraged him. But we also had problems. I can remember the mother was sick. Maybe these were the things that were affecting him in the game. But we could have given him more time. And we still know what to do. And it was suicidal. It was very, very suicidal for us to release Aubameyang right now, when we have a lot to achieve. Now, I don't know which kind of formation will be used. Right now we are good at 4-3-3. That is what we have been playing. Guys, let's just discuss. What do you think? Which formation can we use? Because I told you guys that in the second leg, we need to be serious. We need to be more tactical. We need to convert our chances. Once we get one chance, we convert them. We need not to concede more goals. Those are the three things we need to do in the second leg. But in the second leg right now, we have lost all the games that we have played in the second leg, which is sending a bad message to the team. A very, very bad message. Now, I don't know why Edu and Arteta did not sign, although they tried, but because many players like Vilanovic and Dembele, Atamelo, they are seeing Arsenal as not ambitious team, as an unambitious team. We are comfortable with a certain level. We don't want to be in the top right now. Are we still trusting the process, or are we still in that process that we want to trust? Until when? We should ask ourselves such questions. When are we going to trust the process? Up to when are we going to trust the process? Because we have already got the players we wanted. We just needed two signings, and the squad is complete. But now we couldn't manage. Okay, that is my decision right now. We needed, because we have only one competition, and in this competition we have to succeed to be in either Europa, to either play a European League. You have to succeed in this one tournament that we are playing, the Premier League. You have to be either number 5 or number 4. Right now we are in a good position, but are we going to manage? That is the question we are doing. Now, before around 5 days to the transfers window ending, Mikel Arteta went to meet the club owners. I don't know what they discussed. Or did they discuss that they don't want to make a transfer right now, but they want to focus on top 4? And being that we are having a major tournament in in June, which is the World Cup. This will help our scouts to acquire players, good players who are cheap. This can be also a good idea, but it needs a lot of time. We might not succeed in being in top 4 right now because our squad is not good enough. So we might not be in top 4, and then we might sign good players because our scouts have really performed in the recent transfer season. We acquired Martinelli from a third-tier league. We acquired Tavares and Sambi Lokonga, who are a good prospect, by the way, and they're really performing. We are seeing some positivity in them in the team. But we needed to sign players. First, we can't. In the midfield, especially in the midfield, we needed a player. In the second leg games, is more of pressure. There are a lot of pressure in those games, and this pressure, we need players who can contain them. I don't think players like Granit Xhaka can do that. They can't. Secondly, we have young players. Most of our players are young. Can they contain the pressure that is coming in the second leg? Can they? Guys, let's ask ourselves that question. Can they contain that pressure? Can they play Man City today, Tottenham tomorrow, Chelsea tomorrow, Liverpool, and at least come with even 6 points out of those 4 games? Conservative top teams and come with even 6 points. Can we do that right now? My answer is no, we can't. We really can't, and we need to perform. We need to, it will take us time. Right now, I can give some credits in the team. What Arteta has done. One, he has identified young players who are performing. Yeah, they are really performing. They have really changed the team. They are young teams, but young players, and they're really good. But as far as that is happening, we also need some old players who can bring more experience in the team. You see, in Liverpool, there's a reason why Klopp can never lose. Who is this player? This midfielder is called the midfielder they acquired from Man City. He's old, he's around 37 years old. That guy brings a lot of experience in the team. He can mentor young players. He's like a captain, and at the same time he's like a coach and as a player. He has a lot of roles that he plays. In the dressing room, he can address the issues very well. In the team, in a game, he can identify problem and can advise players within the game, and the game can change. There are a lot of things that he can do. Now, we also need such players in our team. We have old players like Lacazette, but can they do that? No. Lacazette is not vocal, that is one thing. He doesn't speak a lot in the team. Granit Xhaka can speak, but he's so emotional. He can't contain pressure. Now, this is what we have. These are the problems we have in the second leg. It's tactical and it has a lot of pressure. Will we contain them? Guys, will we contain them? Okay. Now, we sold one of the best defenders, backup defenders to Tomiyasu, who is now getting injuries now and then. are you going to rely on him right now? Because he's has been having many injuries, and we sold Chambers at a throwaway price, and Suarez is not good enough. He's not a good substitute. I don't know why these guys had to do that, but maybe he was going to be released on a free transfer by the end of the season. But that one we should also address. We are losing many players free. How can we address this? Who is in charge of giving contracts in the team? Players like Chambers deserved contract in the team because he has performed. The only thing that he's been having is a lot of injuries. But if you give him time and he comes back, in the past we used to have players who could get injured. Players like Tomas Rosicky, Cesc Fabregas, Robin Van Persie, Sami Nasri. These guys, Wenger was really patient with them. But when they came back, they could perform. Somebody like Van Persie had a lot of injury streak. But there was a time that he came back after the injury and he performed for like 2 seasons without getting injured. So we have to be, once we know the potentiality of a player, let's tie him up. The injuries might end one day. Let's tie him up. Now Aston Villa has acquired one of the best defenders in the Premier League. Courtesy of our laziness. I was not happy with the transfer, the January transfers. I wasn't happy at all. But so far it has happened. Now we have to move on. We have to face our problems, and we have to tackle them in a positive mood. Now, I think today that is the end of my discussion with us, end of my video. Guys, I think the transfer season window was not good for us. Either we were more relaxed, we had a lot of laxity, that we ended up not acquiring our best prospects. But it's okay, we have a next time. Now, what are we going to do? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. What are we going to do to be in top 4? Because if we get some good injury, 2 or 3 players, then we are down. Guys, I think that is the end of my video today, and thank you for supporting me. Please guys, let's subscribe. Let's reach 100 subscribers by the end of this month. I'll promise to give you the best video, the best discussion, and the best commentation, the best banditry. But support me, guys, and let's reach 100 subscribers by the end of the month. Thank you, adios, and subscribe. Thank you, guys.